welcome to my office. This feels like a really sort of strange time, and I don't know how you're feeling, but I suspect that for many of us, we feel almost paralyzed by a kind of feeling of fear and uncertainty. It seems like nothing is stable, nothing is known, everything's changing, and we don't know when the end's going to be. And that will understandably be evoking feelings of fear, feelings of panic, questions about what does that mean for me, what does that mean for church. Like, these are questions that I think all of us, myself included, are kind of wrestling with at this time. And one of the things that I really want us to be doing, and we're gonna send out once a week, is just just midweek reflections, just to help us focus on Jesus in this time of unprecedented crisis. Because focusing on Jesus really is the greatest thing we can do. I want to echo what I said on Sunday, where I said that whilst clearly this time is uncertain, is fearful, is unknown, is difficult, Jesus has won the victory. What he did on the cross is decisive, and what he did on the cross is complete, and he defeated death, he defeated sin, he defeated sickness, and ultimately he defeated coronavirus. And whilst that doesn't necessarily make today any easier, it does mean we have eternal hope. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do one of these little reflections every week, a little video from myself or another member of the team, just to help us kind of fix our eyes on Jesus in this time. And I was just drawn today as I was praying to Psalm 121. I don't know if it's one you've read before, but I just want to read this. I lift my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. It doesn't seem it at the moment, but Jesus is with us. In fact, in many ways, I think that's the truest thing that we can say in the midst of all this crisis. Jesus is with us. And it's so easy for all the kind of things that are coming at us to be the news and, all the negative stories and pictures, which, we need to be engaging with on some level. But I think it's so easy for that to be all that we see, that to be all that we consume, that to be all that we're fixing our eyes on. And I just really feel that this psalm just feels so relevant in this time. I lift my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? It comes from the Lord. It comes from the Lord. As we see uncertainty, as we see fear, as we see coronavirus, almost like it's looming at the door, where does our help come from? It comes from Jesus. And so I just want to encourage us as a whole church, really, to begin each day and to throughout each day to continually fix our eyes on Jesus. What does that mean? What does that look like? It means just carving out time to just turn to him. And I don't think we necessarily even need to have the right words to pray. It might be we just come before him and just say, Lord, help. I need you. Can you just come and bring your peace? Can you just come and remind me that you're there? Because he always is. Our help comes from him. He is there. He is with us. And let's, instead of just allowing our entire kind of vision to be filled with the news and the reality of what's going on, let's increasingly turn to Jesus and let him fill our vision. Let him fill our thoughts. Let him direct our ways. because it's in him that we get perspective. It's in him that we have hope. It's in him that we have joy, even when everything around us seems like it's crashing down. In Jesus there is hope, there is joy, and there is peace. And so I just want us to just pray now and just turn our eyes to Jesus. And I encourage you to just do this again and again throughout the day. When you hear some negative news and it makes you kind of go, oh, turn to him. When you're having a conversation with a friend and it's just provoking anxiety, why don't you turn to him? Why don't you turn to him together with your friend? Turn to Jesus. He's where our help comes from. Let's pray. Let's just be quiet before him now. Jesus, I just pray that you just make us aware of your presence with us. Just be before him. Just lift up any anxieties you have to him. He knows already, but just lift them up to him in prayer. Where we don't have the answers, tell Jesus. Where we feel frozen by panic, tell Jesus. And Jesus, I pray you come by your Spirit now. I pray you make us aware of your love and your peace and your presence. Help us to navigate this time, Lord, with our eyes fixed on you, the author and perfecter of our faith. We need you and we love you. So come, I pray. Amen. Guys, it's going to be a funny few weeks of working out how we do church together, of working out how we do life. But let's keep our eyes fixed on Jesus through it all. Stay safe.